One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Unexpressed emotion will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. In the depths of my heart, I cannot help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few expectations, are worthless. It is impossible to escape the impression that people commonly use false standards of measurement, that they seek power, success, and wealth for themselves and admire them in others, and that they underestimate what is of true value in life. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. Whoever loves become humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their need instantly and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. If youth knew, if age could. Men are more moral than they think and fair, more immoral than they can imagine. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. Illusions command themselves to us because they save us pain and allow us to enjoy pleasure instead. We must therefore accept it without complaint when they sometimes call it with a bit of reality against which they are dashed of pieces. A civilization which leaves so large a number of its participants unsatisfied and drives them into revolt neither has nor deserves the prospect of a lasting existence. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs high conduct in the world. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. A layman will no doubt find it hard to understand how pathological disorders of the body and mind can be eliminated by mere words. He will feel that He is being asked to believe in magic. Public self is a conditioned construct of the inner psychological self. We are what we are because we have been what we have been, and what is needed for solving the problems of human life and motives is not moral estimates but more knowledge. Love and work and love. That's all there is. The ego is not master in its own house. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Time spent with cats is never wasted, though his action is rehearsal.